Sauce. Unfiltered, unscripted, raw. Savaged. Brief. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to the show, guys. We got a great show for you, a great show. I'm about to bring on my good friend here on the show, Soslan is going to be joining us from his actual hotel room, believe it or not. He's traveling, guys. He's traveling for Republican conferences, different types of conferences that he's been through in the last couple of days. So we're about to bring him on momentarily, guys. But today I wanted to talk about the latest crap that's going on. Now, a lot of listeners are always, Mike, you're always fired up, man. What's going on? No, I'm fired up for right reasons, guys. We're literally seeing from this Democratic bullshit, because it is, folks. It's becoming bullshit every single day. Every single day. Now, did everybody see the latest story coming out of Joe Biden visiting the state of Florida? Joe Biden just yesterday was in the state of Florida, pretty much seeing the latest damage from Hurricane Ian that went through this area late last week. Okay. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis and President Biden literally somewhat put their differences aside. They put their differences aside as they toured damaged sites in mainly the most heaviest hit area of Florida, which was in Fort Myers. And there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about that, guys. But before we get in there, I want to bring in my good friend of the show. He has his own show, Remember God Loves You, and I'll Meet You at the Finish Line podcast, which is a Christian-based podcast. Mr. Soslan Michael. Welcome to the show, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, my traveling's going great. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, actually. Oh, no, actually, I'm in Kyle, Texas, which is outside of Austin, Texas, which is California 2.0.
Everything is 2.0 in this damn country today. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey, what's the topic we're going to talk about today?
Today, we're going to get into Biden and DeSantis.
Oh, yes. And the mixed reaction.
Yeah, a very good reaction. I'm going to open it up here, guys. We got a really, really good topic here. I want to get into this topic. Obviously, Sauce is on board with this. Guys, did you see just yesterday in Fort Myers, Florida, which was the area that got hit the most, where Biden and DeSantis literally, the New York Times is calling it, they're putting their politics aside to aid strict in Florida. Yeah. What's your insight on that, Sauce? I know you're fired up on it. Go ahead.
I think this is a slap in the face, and if anyone looked at it, so they're going to receive $5 billion in the next 5 years. I think it's $13 billion. $13 billion in a span of 5 years. Are you serious? Like, don't you? And while they give $100 billion in 6 months to Ukraine, there's a major disconnect. Yeah. I think what what Fort Myers is better doing? Fort Myers is better off waving a Ukrainian flag and saying that's part of Ukraine, and they'll get more funding.
Well, what's wrong with the? I think so. You're saying they're going to get all this billions of dollars. Do you think it's not enough? Is that what you're pretty much saying?
You're giving America the Biden administration gave $100 billion to a war-torn or to a country that doesn't probably like us at all. And while you're giving so you gave $100 billion over in the span of months, while you're only giving in the span of 5 years, $13 billion.
Okay, I get what you're saying now. So you're saying, the $100 billion should have went to Florida. I don't think they needed that much, but
Mississippi,
the majority.
The people of Mississippi for the water crisis, for our veterans, I
have to rephrase that, Sas. Part of that $100 billion should have went to areas that got hit with hurricanes such as Louisiana, with Katrina over the last, several years. Now Florida with Ian. I get what you're saying. Biden administration did give some money towards Florida to DeSantis in the last week and a half.
$13 billion in the span of 5 years. That's like
it's not enough. Yeah, I totally agree. It's not enough.
Oh, I did the math, by the way. So 13. Yeah. So in the span of 5 years, each year Florida's going to receive $2.6 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We have better things to spend on. No, we can give a little bit better. It's called investing in your country. And it's called putting America first, not putting Ukraine and Russia. Like, a lot of people don't know what, along with the $13 billion, I'm sure you didn't know this either. You know how much OPEC got yesterday?
I didn't see that report. What was that?
OPEC got $10 billion. So we can get more barrels of oil. Now, we gave Russia, in the span of this year, we gave Russia over $25 billion. This is according to the Department of Defense with the conference I was at a month ago in DC. They said that America, along with the $100 billion, they stated that America, in the span of 10 years, each year, America is going to give $30 billion to Russia so that we can get more nuclear weapons from them. Last time I checked, $30 billion. So each year, so in the span of 10 years.
Savaged, unfiltered.
America's going to give Russia $300 billion.
Wow. It's crazy. It really is.
While we are only going to give, not Ukraine. We're going to give Florida $2.6 billion. I mean, think about those houses that have to be
get this. Yeah, get this, man. I mean, I hate to say it. You did mention a comment in the beginning of the show where you're saying, Fort Myers, which is also Lee County of Florida, should put up the Russian flag, right, and consider themselves Russia 2.0.
Or Ukraine.
Or Ukraine, yeah. I hate to say this, though, but just look at the last election, Sauce, where Fort Myers, 59% voted for Trump and 39% voted for Biden. So that's almost like half and half. So Fort Myers was leaning Republican in this last election of 2020.
I think it's great. And did you see DeSantis' reaction?
Oh, yeah. Did you see DeSantis?
It was comedy.
He was standing behind President Biden, and he had the most
disgusted look.
I mean, he was like, look at this schmuck standing in front of me.
Dumbass.
Yeah. I wouldn't give a day in the life for him either.
I'm telling you. It's like, here's what happened, right? This is exactly the statement here that Governor Ron DeSantis said.
I just think that we have so many people that are here working hard, trying to pull themselves up. So many people we need to be helping. We should be focusing on what we can do to do good. We should be focusing on lifting people up and stop incessantly talking and trying to cast aspersions on people that were doing the best job they could with imperfect information. I'm always...
We are cutting through the red tape. And that's from local government, state government, and all the way up to the president. So we appreciate the team effort, Mr. DeSantis said. And they said this right before Biden took the podium. And then it goes into saying that Biden goes into saying when he jumps on the podium, today we have one job and only one job. And that's to make sure that the people in Florida get everything that they need to thoroughly recover. Yeah, okay. $13 billion, Mr. President. How come some of the $100 billion that went to Ukraine, how come instead of getting $13 billion, how come you only gave that amount of money when you should have gave more? I mean, I think maybe a little bit more than 13 billion, Sauce. I think they should have received at least like maybe 35 billion.
No, I mean, you can't do $13 billion in a span of 5 years. You got to at least give a little bit, like $13 billion a year.
I understand, but I mean, you understand what I'm getting at with this, Sauce, because if you have been paying attention to the news, there is another hurricane on the horizon here coming to Florida in the next possibly week or two. So,
I did hear about that.
So some of that money that the state of Florida received, I don't think that $13 billion is going to make up the difference for this next disaster from this next hurricane. Because, folks, if you don't live in states like Florida, Louisiana, parts of coastal Alabama, even Texas, we get hammered by these things. They cause millions upon almost billions of dollars of damage, literally alone. So,
and I think, it was interesting because the amount of damage. So I actually looked into this. Excuse me. So what happened is that from the perspective, you can't make up the difference because the total damages have been calculated is over $50 billion. So you're giving less than a fraction of that back to Florida. You're giving a fraction of that, $13 billion.
And Sauce, that's just in Lee County alone. That's one county.
Yeah. So what are the other counties supposed to do?
Well, the other counties got damage, but most of them were just low profile flooding damage. They weren't tremendous damage like Lee County and Fort Myers area, Sarasota and Tampa. They got hit the worst. I mean, you're talking about houses, businesses blown, the roofs blown off, the walls caved in, massive flood damage. I mean, I seen one business where they had up to 10 feet of water in their business. That's a lot of damage, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think you have to look at the big picture. If you really care, if you're the president of unifying, you got to really worry about others instead of you got to worry about what's happening at the home front before you worry about what's happening overseas. It's going to be the word police try to, you got to somewhat preserve this country before you completely destroy it. At least give the voters a false sense of hope, saying, hey, at least I care about this country somewhat, but oh well.
It is a myth that terrorism stopped during COVID. Unfortunately, mainstream media opted to prioritize pandemic hysteria over promoting all news. Terrorism continues. Simply hoping that it doesn't affect you is not a strategy. The new book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you, featured on The Author Show, is now available in paperback from bookstores, online, or as an ebook exclusively through Amazon Kindle. Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you by Joseph M. Leonard. Order today.
Yeah, I mean, that's what our country represents, a republic. I mean, it says it right in the words of Republican. Republic. Again, he said that he speaks of Mr. DeSantis, which is 44 years old, folks, as an emerging force in the party. He says he no longer recognizes this new Republican Party. This is not your father's Republican Party. Now, Biden said this just this past yesterday, which, I mean, Sas, this is a target to not only the Republicans, but it's also a target to Ron DeSantis, which is doing, he's doing fucking wonders here for the state of Florida. It really is.
Absolutely. And the question is, how does this?
Thanks for everything. Thanks for coming down. We appreciate it.
By the
I'll
way,
kick the food.
you raised some. No one fucks with Biden.
Yeah, goddamn right.
And we can't argue with your brothers outside the house.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. All right. Good to see you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, we got a load. Yeah, got a load.
When he said that, I'm like, how does President Trump relate to Hurricane Ian, and how does the democracy relate to Hurricane Ian and cleaning up after the damages? I don't get that. I mean, do you get it? I mean, how does that correlate it? I mean, either they.
The only one that would get it are people that know signs of dementia and Alzheimer's. This is something that you would see from an angry grandfather that's at a senior citizen facility.
Maybe he was trying to look for Jackie again.
Yeah, Jackie's been dead since August, folks. I'm not sure. Jackie's been dead since August. Jackie's no longer on this planet anymore. She's up in heaven. Stop asking for Jackie, Mr. President. She's no longer with us. I know you're confused. You're an old man and you need your note cards to stay focused and everything and stay relevant as a president. But buddy, you're losing it every day.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Now, here's something right here that in Florida, just this past week, the New York Times reported that the agency with FEMA has approved $70 million this week for survivors of Ian. Did you read that yet, Sas?
I did.
That was coming out of the New York Times. That was actually just this morning here in the New York Times. The communist New York Times up there in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your thought on FEMA altogether? Like, what do you think? Do you think that they had a late response, a late delayed reaction, or what do you think? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, there's people that were the ones that were hit the most. Okay, I'm going to go into some reference on them. There's an island called Pine Island, Pine, folks. Pine Island, which is just literally off of the coast of Fort Myers. It's about like a mile and a half off the coast. It's part of Florida. The folks that live in Pine Island, which is a private island, basically said the same thing, Sas. Where the hell is FEMA? Where's FEMA in all this?
Yeah.
And even without electricity and water, these folks, Sas, they refuse to leave, which had the attention of the Democratic Party, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris late last week saying, well, if they refuse to leave, that's on their own demand and demise and this and that and that. What? These are people that they have legacy there. They have history there. They have family memories there. You know how hard it is to leave. I'm going to get unfiltered, guys. You know how hard it is to leave a fucking house that you spent your entire life in. You have your kids growing up there. You just can't leave. It's hard.
Like you said. And not only that, but you also have tradition there. You have history. So like, if your house was built in the 1800s or 1900s, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to be there with your family history, with your tradition. You're not just going to somehow you just pack up your bags and leave. No, because that's your livelihood.
Yeah. Well, get this, Sas. Get this.
That's a disconnect, by the way.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Get this, man. This is a person that lives on the island, right? He said the same thing. FEMA, the government, they don't give a shit about the people down here like us in Florida. And this is said by Chris Buxton, 49, who barely survived the storm in a low-lying neighborhood just on that island, which is considered North Fort Myers, by huddling down, Sas, in an attic as waters surged into his small white rental home. He says, where the hell is FEMA? I used to get funding. I used to get help. I used to get assistance from FEMA. I've lived in Florida for over 30 years. 30 years. And now all of a sudden, FEMA is not doing a damn thing for us Floridians. And we here in Florida get hit more than any other state in this country. Sas, the 5 hard-hitting counties along the southwest Florida coast was Charlotte County, Collier, Lee, Manatee, and Sarasota County. Those are just the average counties that get hit the hardest on that side of the state. Terrible. Yeah. And then you have Joe Biden literally putting on a freaking clown show at the damn podium.
Richardson, thank you for welcoming us here today. And Secretary Cardona and Mayor Bowser and Chancellor Fairby, thank you for
Ron
joining
DeSantis
us as well.
But, on national television, he has to try his hardest to keep composure so it doesn't make him look like a jackass, on national television. It's like you said, Sas, it's a slap in the face. It's literally a slap in the face when you have a president that says all this stuff on national TV. And honestly, Sas, he doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't.
No. And neither does his whole administration. At least like his whole administration would rather see this whole country burn. And it's no wonder why we have more Chinese. Well, I bet you didn't know about this though either. Guess what? Guess what police station finally is now? So if you're in Times Square, guess what police station you're going to see now for the first time?
What's that?
A Chinese police station. China has officially set up their first police station in Times Square.
For what?
Your guess is good as mine. I read that on Fox News. I came across it. I'll send you the article afterwards.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, I can hear you. You just kind of cut out there. I guess. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sweet. Okay, so what happened is, so Chinese police station. No, and see, a lot of people don't know about this. They rather give money to in New York. Okay, so China has opened police stations in U.S. and it's actually on New York Post in China. Oh yeah, right here, 4 days ago. Okay, so I'm going to send it to you actually right now as we're speaking. You probably and see the whole thing is that the reason why they opened up their first stuff is because of our administration, and this would have never happened if we had a strong foothold and if we had a stronger U.S. policy, and maybe if we stood behind our police officers and said, you know what, let's protect our own, not have other countries start protecting the cities. I mean,
I see the article you just sent me now, where China establishes a police station in New York City. That's crazy, Sauce.
No one knew that, did they? No one knew that. And see, that's while people are distracted. Now, I understand that this hurricane, is really bad and stuff, but you also have to look at this though. What is the Biden administration really doing? With this hurricane, with the FEMA, with everything else, what are they really doing? And where are they actually putting their energy and their time and our resources to? Are they allowing China to establish a police station in New York City? Are they allowing the Chinese to buy farmland out of Florida? And are they allowing the Chinese companies to come in and help rebuild Fort Myers after this hurricane?
Hey guys, this show is now on Amazon Music and Audible. That's right. Gonna want to check us out on Amazon Audible and Amazon Music. Great set of platforms. We are so honored and grateful to be part of the Amazon team. And we're honored that they are allowing us to be launched on those two major platforms. So thank you to our new
Michael and Sauce Unfiltered.
Have a damn thing to rebuild on, because apparently we can't rely on it from this damn president, because he doesn't seem to do anything about it.
No. Well, he's got it. You know what? I think what Ron DeSantis has to do is Ron DeSantis has to put up a Mexican flag, and maybe they'll get all the baby formula that that's been sent down to the southern border, and maybe they'll want to help people by getting them out of the states, and then also they'll get more they'll make sure that each resident of Florida will get $2,400 a month, just like how they're doing it to the Afghanistan refugees and to the illegal immigrants that come up. They get $2,400 a month. That's what DeSantis should have done during this time, was put up a Mexican flag. No offense to Mexico, but
yeah, he should have done that. He should have done that. He should have, well, there's a lot of things that should be done, Sauce. I'm just going to leave it like that. The one thing I did see that I noticed, because I paid attention closely to that I don't know what you call it, a conference, or you would just call it like a public appearance by the president and the governor.
Dog and Pony Show.
Yeah, I guess that's more of a better fitting for it. But here's something that DeSantis said, okay? And when he said that, it was a draw look on Joe Biden's face. DeSantis said, I think we've worked as well across the state, locally, and somewhat on a federal level. But this disaster that I seen, the federal government and Washington could have done a lot better. And after he said this, man, you had Joe Biden with that draw look on his face where he was like, oh, shit.
Thank you for joining us as well.
That deer in the headlight look.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you got to remember something. This hurricane, folks, it's resulted in dozens of deaths and left thousands without power or water, with estimates putting the economic damage here in Florida well over $100 billion. Would it be, folks? Not an M. Would it be?
Would it be?
I tell you, you know, and you just to let you know, Sas, you know, Senator Marco Rubio was in that appearance yesterday during the speaking between the president and the governor. So Ron DeSantis was there, and then Marco Rubio, along with Rick Scott, was also in attendance. Just looking at Rick Scott and Marco Rubio, they had the same stare at Joe Biden, saying, you know, what a schmuck. You know, like how dare he come down here and just like it's the biggest slap in the face to Florida. It really is.
Yeah, and you knew Biden didn't want to come down there. I'm guessing because it was past his bedtime, and it was like saying and that the only way that Biden was going to come down there was, hey, can I mention Donald Trump? Oh yeah, you can mention him, and then just all you have to do is just go down to Florida and then mention Donald Trump, and then you're good. And then he's like, oh sweet, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Now, they're saying that the current situation really hasn't been free of politics. That the Democrats say that Mr. DeSantis is a hypocrite for seeking billions in federal money for Florida. How the hell is he a hypocrite? Oh, this goes back to 2013. Oh, yeah, you got to throw that in there, right? Yeah, let's go to current times. Why you keep on going back into time? How is he a hypocrite? He's seeking money, federal money for Florida, because half the money that Florida should have received in natural disasters such as Ian and others, we didn't get a damn thing. No, the Democrats, they'd rather send money overseas to countries that can care two shits about our country. Literally. Yeah. All they care about is free benefits, free handouts, welfare, food stamps, Section 8 housing, and this and that.
Yep. And they could care less about this. Is the Democrat Party at its finest. We could care less about you, but for our enemies, we'll do everything for our enemies. China, you want to set up a police station? We'll give you government grants to build up a police station, since we don't have enough police officers in New York City. You want to do that? Here you go. Here's a red carpet. You want to build a military? What's next? What's next? America's going to do, the Biden administration. Oh, China, you want to help Florida rebuild Fort Myers? Here you guys go. Here's a red carpet. Oh, by the way, you can keep all those buildings you worked on. You can inhabit those buildings. China, you want to build a military base because our military bases we're not recruiting enough people. You want to come in our military? Well, here you go. Here's a contract. You guys can sign up. What you see the big picture here?
Dumbass.
And a lot of people don't know what's going on. I see
what you're talking about. There's also more criticism that's coming in for Kamala Harris, right? Vice President Kamala Harris.
Oh, for her racist statement?
Yeah, this equality, right? Did you hear the latest coming out of Kamala Harris's mouth? I mean, literally, she said that
racist.
Yeah, she said that that folks of the Black communities should receive funding on natural disasters. Yes, us.
Yeah, that the Black community and the community of the minority community should receive more funding and should receive more resources than your majority community. Now, you want to talk about fueling racism? There you go. Yeah. You want to talk about manipulating racism and fueling hatred and really trying to politicize this whole thing? You just got it. So what are they going to do? So what's next? Are they going to do? Are they going to say, hey, you know what? If you're a Black Democratic zebra that identifies as a U tranny or a universal tranny, you get more funding. You get brand new house. While if you're a Black conservative Christian, you're out of luck because you're a racist.
There's the statement right here as we close here, Sas. I know you're traveling and your folks. Just want to remind the listeners, Sas is actually broadcasting with us at a hotel. I won't disclose the hotel for privacy issues, but the statement right here, $100 billion, right? That Florida just literally suffered from this last hurricane. Wow, we could have used that $100 billion that went over to Ukraine. Instead of getting $100 billion, who gets the $100 billion? Ukraine. What does Florida get? Nothing. Zada. Zip. Yep. It's terrible stuff. It really is. Really, really is. I mean, the First Lady, Jill Biden, she's strutting along there in the sunny side of Southwest Florida, looking at all the beautiful and majestic palm trees. While Joe Biden is lost, he's like, oh, where the hell am I? Am I in Delaware? Oh, it don't look like Delaware. There's palm trees.
Are you in Delaware? Are you in Florida?
Well, Jill Biden has to remind Joe Biden, sweetheart, you have to take the podium in like 5 minutes, just to let you know. It's not on the note card, but as a president, I think you should know that by now.
And you can't, and honey, you can't talk to your invisible friends. It's a bad time right now. You got to talk to real people. I know you're very famous in the visible world and in who knows what world, but we're in the now. Okay, just pretend you're going to get a pill. You're going to go with applesauce, and you're going to eat some applesauce right before you have to go on stage. Okay, you're wearing a brand new Depends, so you're okay to have an accident.
Yeah. He's wearing a nice little set of a blue blazer with blue pants. He's got his chrome buttons sticking all out of there with his fake Tom Cruise glasses and everything. Yeah, he thinks he's Top Gun and Tom Cruise. And then you notice on the Wall Street Journal, right? The Wall Street Journal, I mean, literally paints the picture correctly. Ron DeSantis and Casey DeSantis literally are like so far on the other side of Joe Biden and Joe Biden. Like they're distancing themselves. They're like, oh, Christ, we're going to put up with these assholes for the next 3 hours. Jeez, Lord be with us on this one.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's funny. So, yeah. All righty. Well,
I close. Yeah, hold that thought, Sas, because I got to make an announcement here. I was supposed to make it the other day, but I'm going to make this here. For the folks that live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, all right, getting a lot of good base off of Green Bay. Love you, Wisconsin. Love you, Green Bay. Thank you for tuning into the show, by the way. We have a digital billboard up on the Larson Road exit, which is off of I-41, which is also considered U.S. Highway 41. Check us out, guys. Well, the billboard will be up until this Tuesday. So if you come up to me on the blog or an email and say, Michael, we didn't see the damn billboard. Well, you waited too long. It's only up till Tuesday. So thank you for tuning in. Yeah.
Who's all on the billboard?
It's got my nice, pretty mug with my podcast information on there. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
highly check it out. When are you getting back to Wisconsin, Sauce?
I'm getting back to Wisconsin on Wednesday.
It's gonna be too late. Maybe I can extend it. Let me see if I can extend it. If I can extend it, maybe you can take a picture and send it to me because I'm trying to get somebody to take a picture of it for me so I can put it on the on social because
absolutely.
Yeah, I tried reaching out to Blip, but they're not. Maybe they'll send me a screenshot of it or something like that. But I love to get a screenshot of it from somebody's camera, cell phone, or something. I can put it in the graphics. Yeah. It's a really nice advertisement. I seen it like bits and pieces of it, but you know how websites are. It's kind of like it looks distorted a little bit. So
yeah,
if somebody has a really good camera, like a Nikon, or even like a really good like smartphone or something. Take a picture, send it to me. I'll give you the email. You can send it to my email, which is savageunfilteredpodcast@outlook.com, guys. And just send me the picture of it to the show's email. And then also, too, guys, if you want to be part of the show, email us, savageunfilteredpodcast@outlook.com. That's our email. And then you can always reach out to me on matchmaker.fm. I'm not promising anything. We do screen out some of the guests to make sure that they're a good fit. I try not to get too many weirdos on the show, but is what it is. Sauce, thanks for joining us, man. I
problem.
want to make it quick with you because I didn't want to take too much of your time. I know you want to try to somewhat relax before you head over to liberal Wisconsin again. So
Yeah. Yep. So I already.
Oh,
hey,
by
and
the
it's
way-
my birthday.
before we close, how are you enjoying the state of Texas, man? I know it's very conservative over where you're at.
You know, I have to say, it's a great day to celebrate your birthday. You know, to spend it in your freedom state. You know, in the wonderful state of Texas. Because tomorrow's my birthday. I turn 24 tomorrow.
Oh wow, 24 years old. We're going to have to do a show for you. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a bonus show. You know, because I have a show lined up with the Therapy Twins tomorrow. So I have to get maybe we'll get a bonus show of just celebrating the life of Sauce.
Yep. And not the accomplishments, but like just a little bit about me. It could be an exclusive. It could be like a subscription or like an exclusive episode or something like that.
Sauce, you should know me by now. I don't like to make money off of people.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Yeah. But thanks very much, guys.
No
You just heard one of my my panelists, which is also my co-host here on the show as well, Soslan Timison from his show, Remember God Loves You, and I'll meet you at the line, available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, and anywhere you hear a podcast. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys, and we will see you tomorrow afternoon with the Therapy Twins. Take it easy, guys.